Hi guys, it's Mary Kathleen Waters. Hope everyone's well. Let's see if this actually worked. I have no idea what happened. So let's see if I've been abandoned or whether you guys have actually been really patient with me. And now, while I'm just waiting to see if anyone has been patient, because the last 8 minutes has been a little bit of a saga. One of the things is that due to Facebook restrictions, I can't see names and profile pictures of viewers if you don't accept the link. I have no idea what on earth it's all about, but that's what it is. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Oh, Shy, how you doing, sweet? Oh, look, everyone's coming in. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Shy's here and Latika's here. I'm doing really well, thanks, Latika. It's been an interesting journey the last few months, but I'm not sure if you got to look at the replay last Sunday where I was permitted to let you know a little bit of what's actually been going on in the universe more than, and obviously, and that affects Earth Mother. Now, I'm not sure who that is. If you could do, I'll just copy the link again and see if it will post. Why is it can't post comments to some destinations? I don't know if BeLive's actually giving me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies today, so I do apologise. Now, if something, oh, here we go. My copy and paste has actually just come in. So if you actually click on either, it looks like that our I Am to Stand page is not showing me who you are. I think that's what it is. So if you want to flick over just to our normal page, you're welcome to do that. So whoever Hi Beautiful is, thank you very much for saying that. And I'd love to see who, even if you just tell me who your name is, that'd be great. Lisa's here. How are you, gorgeous? And Emily's here. Okay. It has been a big time, hasn't it? Nicole's father has ascended last Monday morning and feels numb and weak with all the funeral stuff, etc. And is there anything to help me to get through this hard time? You know what, with this community, Nicole, I'm sure there's lots of things that we can actually do today to help nurture you and your soul. One of the things that's really important is looking after who you are. So what we might do is I'll just get all the hellos and you can be number one off the cab today, Nicole. Michelle's here. Hey, Mum Michelle. G'day, Mary. Wishing you all well. So she's saying hello to everybody. And Julie's here. Finally got you. I do apologise on that. I'm really not quite sure exactly what was going on there. It was a bit of massive faux pas. So, oh dear, it all happens. And Julie actually, while I was trying to get everything happening, has decided to make her garden all beautiful. So that was awesome. Oh, it was Emily on the other page. And yeah, I am doing really well. Thanks, Emily. So it's been I'm just going to exit that so I can actually see more comments. Okay, and we've got a newbie here, Nikki Danielle Pennant. Hey, how are you? Oh, got a lovely photo. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Michelle has just said that I'm looking wonderful tonight. Okay. Now, Miss Nicole, what a turmoil and what a week to have actually had your father ascend. It has been big energy shifts. So not only have you had the heartache of losing someone on a mortal level, okay, which is really tough. The energies and the way that the vibration of Earth Mother has been going. And as you know from last Sunday, how there was like the vault had actually closed on the Akashic records, and we actually have the galactic being stepping up to actually, you know, take ownership of what's been going on, because, you know, us as mortals being in a great divide, and the changes and the dynamics and, you know, the mindset and the way that, you know, everybody's at two minds, what's right, what's wrong, where we're going to be. And it's just been an exhausting journey for such a long time. And for them to actually step up and to help us out, I'm just so grateful. So thank you so much to everybody. Interestingly as well, Nicole, I got told to move my geode. Can you see my geode in the background there? Now, one of the things is that I've got my protection for like painting, Indigenous painting that I actually was told to bring forward tonight, as well as shift my geode. And one of the things is that like with the energy with Dad, it's really important to make sure that we look at all the different aspects, because we do have a physical body. Okay, and then we actually had and there's extensions to that. So then we've actually got obviously our soul and our heart, or you know, everybody thinks that it's in our heart, our core star energy. So we've got this amazing love light that's in the middle of our being, and then we have our physical being, and then we actually go and we have our aura, and our aura can extend and retract as much as what we actually are at, you know, this moment in time. And so, you know, we've got this extension that we can actually go through. So when we're actually ascending as well, one of the things that's really important to understand is that we actually have connections and strings. So with Dad, as much as it is the most heartfelt thing, where, you know, not being able to hold their hand every single day, or, you know, like having that hug and that touch and that warm smile and things like that, it's a whole new way of living and a way of life. My father actually ascended about 6 years ago, and I was of the same emotions as yourself. And one of the things is that being a shaman, it made life a little bit easier because I had a better understanding. But on a mortal level, it doesn't give. I still have the same emotions, and I'm really feeling for you at the moment, because you're feeling a little bit lost and alone, and you're really not quite sure who is having your back. You know, are everybody on the same page as you? Is there, you know, in the back of your mind, you've sort of got a little bit of uncertainty about, you know, the future of certain things that are actually happening around your life. Just remember that Dad is always there. All right. He will always be by your side. One of the things that I really highly suggest is be very mindful of not holding him here on this earth plane. Allow him to actually ascend and be where he needs to be, which is in the realms. And you'll find that you actually have a better capability of talking with him and being with him. He has the opportunity then to go backwards and forwards. Okay. One of the things is that when somebody actually loves you so much, they don't want to ascend. So we need to be really kind and nurturing, and allow our fathers to actually be there with us. Because, you know, it's unconditional love and they want to be with you. But once they realise that you know, there is something that is amazing on the next realm, and your dad was an incredible man, and I don't think that he was actually acknowledged for the heart and the truth, and the pureness of what he is. Okay. You know, everybody sort of looks on an outside and doesn't actually look at, you know, the internal, like, you know, the heart of the person and the soul and what the meaning behind everybody is. And it makes a massive difference. Okay. So start nurturing yourself. Allow Dad to actually be there. You've got some special prayers that you actually want to say, or some special words that you want to say. Please do. He's actually super honoured and super proud to have you as a daughter. All right. Ground yourself. Make sure that you've got your core star energy. Your heart space is really strong and clear and clean. Do those exercises that we talked about last weekend, and that'll hold you in your truth. Okay. The heartbreak on a mortal level, it will eventually start being a little bit more easier. I'm not saying it will never ever go for myself personally, but the thing is that knowing that you can chat to Dad every single day when you want, and he'll just pop in. Okay. And you'll probably start getting little niggles at the back of your mind, and it's like, did I hear that right? And yes, you will. It is Dad. Okay. So there's a special connection there for you, darling. Okay. That was a very special message there for you. Oh, hi, Sue. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, not in my scrubber dubbers today. It was actually interesting. I've been in and out of the hospital for the last few weeks, and I thought, you know what, I need to spruce myself up and not just run from one role to another. So thank you so much. Okay, where are we? Oh, thank you. Thanks, Michelle. Okay. Hey, Kim, how you doing? Oh, you've got a beautiful aura on you. Thanks for popping in. And Lisa says, welcome, Kim. Julie's going, you're always looking wonderful, lovely lady. I'm getting ready for summer. Oh, look, I'll tell you what, if you weren't in lockdown, I would actually be saying, you get your butt over here to Adelaide and help me out. Okay. So Sue was making messages on the I Stand For I Am page, not showing. I'm going to have to do some investigation on that. So I'm really not sure why it's not permitting. I'm going to have to contact Facebook and find out what's going on. Maybe what I'll do for the minute is just leave the lives just in the Mary Kathleen page and on My Time TV live. And maybe what we'll do in our private group is start doing, I'll just do Facebook Live in there. And that gives us an opportunity as well that you guys can come in and out as well. So you can actually pop in and I can see your beautiful faces and we can look at a lot of things. So Emily's crocheting a blanket for her granddad. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Judy's here. Yay. Hey, Nat, how are you? I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for asking. Okay. Yep, 100% agree, Julie. When she lost her dad and he ascended, her whole world changed, and it's hard to explain. It is. And every single person's different as well. You know, what the emotions are, and no one has a right to tell us how we're actually feeling or to get over it. And that's one of the biggest things that I want to say to everyone. If someone says that to you, just stand in your own still and in your own space, because you've got a right of grieving and everyone grieves differently. Oh, thanks, Emily. And And Nicole's saying, thank you so much. I miss him. You do. And he's just amazing. It's just like, what an incredible man. And Nicole's saying that her speech for her dad is so important. He's actually got, he's knows what you're thinking, and he's got tears in his eyes, Nicole. I know I've finished with your reading, but I just thought I'd let you know. Judy's picked up a stray kitten. She's not okay. Oh. Judy, one of the things that's around it, because of the energies in your house, and they've actually come from a place of hurt, and they haven't been safe. They're actually feeling like that vibrational issues and all those sorts of things. Wrap the kitty up in it like a little kitten burrito, and I've got a feeling that your daughter might actually have a connection with the little kitty. Okay, so it might be worthwhile just allowing having the kitten on her chest, and just start giving it some love and some attention, and sending out that white light, but something that's a little bit different for them, so that they actually know that they can be safe, but they just need that little bit of nurturing at the moment. Aha. I don't know. And Julie's up north and would love to catch up one day. I'd love to see you. Come down home. The house is really open and welcoming. I'd love to have you come pop through. Probably that time for me to do my spiel, I suppose, that that my name's Mary Kathleen Waters. I'm a shamanic healer. If you want to make an appointment with me, you're very welcome to. I do a number of different modalities as a healer. Okay, so I don't specifically, it depends on what spirit and our guides require. So I can do psychic surgery, crystal healing, drum healing. I can do meditation regression as well. And sometimes it's just having a big chat to start off with, and spirit's actually asking, just to bring things out, because if we actually hold it from the past lives and bring it forward, things can be quite harsh. So there's that sort of thing that I do. I obviously do psychic mediumship. I've also, what else do I do? I do cards and picture readings, all those sorts of things. Okay. And don't forget to do this one for me as well. That would be awesome. Now, Sue. Okay. So it's been 6 weeks. Wow. And today, for some reason, has been the hardest for me. Yeah, the energies are really strong. I think that's one of the reasons why, because I'm still trying to work out what to do with all my beautiful Indigenous paintings, because they are so meaningful. And with the style of the house, I've got to be respectful of my partner as well. So I had one particular tribe in one room, another tribe in another room, and another tribe in another room, or country, I should say. So that each space was respected of that particular Indigenous country. And with the painting, my partner's going, oh, I just like all the walls all clean and tidy, and now I've got this bare house, and it's just and I've got all this beautiful artwork. And for me, the artwork is actually more than just a piece of art, because it's very spiritual, and there's lots of healings and cleansing that is part of it. And as I said, the aqua painting is actually a protection one, as well as the 2 that I've actually got on the bookshelf there, along with all the different cultures that I've got on my bookshelf, but they stand in pride and place. Okay. All right. Okay. And Julie felt her beautiful dad all day today, and very grounding, and you feel blessed. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm glad that I didn't miss that. It's hard sometimes just scrolling up and down because I feel like that I'm being rude and not looking at you guys. And Kim's going, oh, thank you. I feel for you ladies. Your dads mean everything to us. They do. My father passed 40 years ago and you miss him every day. You know what? I've just got the most incredible tingles running down my arms, and I just want to cry, Kim. Your dad is. He really didn't want to leave. He didn't want to ascend. He wanted to stay here with his baby girl no matter what, and it didn't matter how ill he was or what circumstances he actually was, and he was determined. He was going to hang in there for you. One of the things is, Kim, is that you're dragging your feet, sweet. But like, give yourself the opportunity to be able to shift up on the vibrationary level, and you'll be able to talk to Dad a little bit more. So one of the things that, as I said, that I'm a shamanic healer, and what I'm getting is that you're really stuck on this earth plane at a lower vibration. So I'm not sure if anyone's actually worked with you on clearing your chakras and looking at all the different aura aspects as well, because our auras are very important and they actually link into us, into our mortal body. And it can, if we don't cleanse our auras, it can actually make us physically sick as well. But it's really important, sweet, that you actually start grounding yourself solidly and wholeheartedly. All right, stand inside your truth. People that don't actually listen to you and belittle you, just ignore them because they're dickheads. You are an amazing woman and you deserve a lot more than what people actually give you credit for. And Dad's going, yes, 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 yes. Okay, he's with you all the time. There's something stuck in the back of a cupboard that just go ciphering. I'm not sure exactly where it is. I'm getting like an old buffet type thing, but it's something that he thinks that you might like to enjoy. Julie saying you never get over it. You just learn how to cope. Yep. And Judy saying fantastic. We'll do any advice is great. Thank you. Judy, one of the things as well with baby kittens is their nutrients, and it's quite funny that when my original channeling was in relation to nutrients tonight, and about the importance of being hydrated. And so I'm thinking, okay, that's a really interesting subject to sort of talk about on a Sunday night. What they're saying is that like she's a little bit dehydrated as well. Don't go and get the brands from the supermarket. She does need little sachets, like, so that things like Royal Canin are really good and nutritious. So be really mindful of that. Be careful of the salt or the sulfates that are in them. There is another brand that's made in America. It starts with an S for the first word and starts with a D for the second word. They're very high in salt, okay? And it's not conducive and not healthy for an animal. But the other supermarket brands can be quite high in salt as well. So it might be just worthwhile doing that, or just doing a little bit of mince and cooking it up with some nutrients in it until you can get to a little supermarket. Okay. Emily's asking, does Nanny have any messages? I've felt her around a lot lately. Emily, one of the things that's been going on at the moment with the way that the energy shift and the changes of what's happening and the doubt and the dissension between the spiritual world and the I don't know what to call it, whatever's going on at the moment, and the fear factor. She's very overprotective of you, and she's worried about, where you stand and making sure that you actually keep safe. She's really super proud of you too, that you're actually starting to be a lot more healthier and looking after yourself. But still make sure that you are very mindful, and the same thing goes for yourself. It's important to make sure that you keep yourself hydrated. Okay, there's so many people that don't realize that if we don't have enough water, and we can have too much water, but if we don't have enough fluid, it actually affects our brain. Our brain actually dehydrates. And I'll use my mother as an example. She's been in the hospital for the last 9 weeks, and she is very, very dehydrated. So when I'm going in there, I'm making sure that she's having, lots of nutrients and lots of water. I'm cooking food and cutting it up into little micro pieces so that she's actually eating that and getting some nutrition into her body. Now, it's taken me a long time, but finally today she actually was coherent. So even though that she's got mid-stage dementia, she actually had a good day today. Physically, she's not very well, and she won't be much longer on this mortal world. But it's nice to know that, right up until the end, that we can actually make sure that they have the best of what they want to be. Sue, Bindi wants to say hello to you. I'll just go and let her in. Oh, yes, I know. She's there. Say hello. You come and say hello? Come on, quick. They can't see you. They're going to see my dirty desk now. Say hello. Oh. Okay. Now, and Julie's saying, when I bottle feed my ragdoll kittens, the vet sold formula, and that was great within a week and a half of eating solids. Oh, that's incredible. And Julie's sending love to everybody. You guys are amazing. Oh, your girlfriend's here as well. So look. Lisa's here. She says hello. Hey. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Where's Ben? I can't see Ben. So Ben's new. I can't see a Ben, or have I flicked down too quickly? And Sue saying hello to Bindi. Okay. And Ben, so I don't see a Ben, so I'm wondering if they're actually online and I can't see the chat or anything like that. So it's a quiet one tonight, but it's really important to make sure that everybody really is mindful of how much fluid that they intake. One of the things as well is, we think that things like lemonade or whatever is going to actually be, but there's no nutrients in it. All it's doing is filling a cavity and keeping us on a form of a level of high, but it actually can affect our kidneys, and that's one of the things that I'm very mindful of with Mum as well. Kim, thank you. Big changes for me right now, and Dad's had a hand in those changes, I'm sure of that. A picture fell behind a tall cupboard, and I'm going to have to unpack the whole cupboard to get it. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh. Bindi Glaze says hello. She's sitting right behind me now. I can't quite see her. Yeah. Hey, there you are. All your girls are here. Hey, bit like a mother's club in here, isn't it? So, And Julie, for the last couple, The last couple of days have been thirsty for water. Yeah. It might be a good idea as well, Julie, is just to put a little bit of Himalayan salt or something like that and try and get your nutrients up, or your, and just do that cleansing and make sure that everything's all okay. Because being out in the sunshine, even though that it's been freezing cold, we still have those gamma rays that come through, and you need to make sure that you're safe. You might actually be a little bit tired and grumpy later on as well. It's because of the fresh air and you're not used to it. We're all stuck in this whole emotional turmoil, and what you've been doing, darling, is as you've been pulling out those weeds, it's giving you an opportunity to be able to release. Okay, so those sorts of things. So let's flush all those toxins through, and be that better you. I'm curious to know whereabouts you are, Julie. I've got it in my mind where I think you might be, so let me know. All right. So that's really, that there's a couple of things there that I think that we can go through, Emily. So when you actually make that appointment, that could be part of the session, that we can actually sit down and have a look at other aspects as well as to why you're being, you are still dehydrated, okay? Okay, Sue heard a child voice talking at my parents today. Twice it happened. Who could it be? Hey, guys, I'm not sure who it is. If you could just write your name, because for some reason I'm not getting on my I stand for I am. It's a little bit frustrating. Oh. You did tell me. That's why I knew where it was. I'm not going to say that I was psychic on that one. Okay. All right. Let's have a look at this. So they've actually wandered in from a neighbour. So I wonder why they've actually migrated to your place. You know what? So it's, the little girl is around about between 3 and 5 years old. Okay. And they've got a ball. They're, one of those little dolly dresses that, used to be 50s, 60s type era, those little cute things. And they're saying she's actually saying that she would like a cup of tea. So I'm actually wondering if that she used to actually go and visit on a regular basis and nobody was actually aware of it. And now that your vibration is rising, and also with mum permanently not on a physical realm there, on a mental level, I'm just wondering that she's just calling out. I don't feel anything bad actually happened to her. What's happened is that she's actually stuck on this plane at the moment, because she really didn't know where to go and what to do. And so the opportunity for her to ascend and to shift up hasn't been granted to her with the people that she had around her. It wasn't the most loving of life that she's had. What? Okay, so it sounds really quite strange. I just asked her if she's ready to shift up as yet, and she said that she'd like one last cup of tea. So like, you know, she loves those little tea parties and things like that. So I'm just wondering whether we do assist her to do the ascension. So when you're with at your mum and dad's house next, just let me know when, and maybe what we can do is have like a little tea party together, and then I'll assist her to come up. Okay, but she means no harm, no foul, and she has been wandering for quite a while. Tony's here. How you doing? Love any messages if you're drawn. We'll have a look in a moment. And Emily's saying she's excited to have our first appointment. That's awesome. And Sue's going, well, it was a girl's voice. Thanks for that. Hey, Adair, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot to say hi. Okay. Just going to read a couple of things, Tony, and then I'll have a quick look and see what's going on. I'll get to you in a moment, Shy, but yes, it does. And Judy's just saying that her father raised 3 kids on his own, and he would be absolutely lost. I would be absolutely lost without him. Yeah, and look at who he raised. She was just the most incredible woman. And you've got amazing children as well. Whew, okay. Tony, you're feeling a lot more settled than when I actually saw you last time. I know that you actually, you know, you have that breathing condition and it can be quite debilitating at times, but you're feeling quite at peace at the moment. Like things seem to have been settling down a little bit for you. How's your living arrangements going now? Have you found somewhere to live that you're feeling comfortable? Because you're feeling quite peaceful. Okay. One of the things as well, I'm just getting told, is that you're still having issues with your grounding and doing your grounding exercises on a daily basis. You need to get your routine. What I suggest that you do is put an alarm on your phone, okay, and make sure that like, you know, so 15 minutes before you're due to go out or when you get up or something like that, make sure that you've got that alarm and you put it on and you do what you need to do and you allow that time, okay? This is one that I actually have for myself, and it's checking with my guides and ensure I'm grounded, ready for a spectacular day. All right. You know, and you can do I am affirmations on your alarm. I just change the settings, okay? And it just makes life so much easier. You know, I've got one here. Everything is amazing and life has a purpose. Ground and get ready for the best day ever. I've even got pick up dog food. You know, so these are the, you know, just little tidbits like that. It can actually make a big difference. Okay. So Tony, have you been in any of our sessions at all? One of the things that we can do is, there is a couple that I've done. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to do one tonight, but on the, I'm not sure if you're on the Mary Kathleen page, but there is, if you have that with me, you've actually got an opportunity to go in and join with a group that has not been going as swimmingly as I'd like at the moment. But I think now that I've announced that my mother has not been well, I think there's a little bit of an understanding behind it. So it's been a little bit tough trying to balance everything up. But, you know, you guys are just as important to me, and you're just as much of my family as anybody else. And I would not ever, it's not intentionally letting that group down. So I do apologise on that. Okay. So if you go into that page, there's a few things that you can do. Okay. Pop in your email address, okay, and we can actually automatically send you a couple of different things to help you with your grounding techniques. But there's also 2 guides that are complimentary in there that I've actually recorded that will help you. One of them is actually it's like an advanced heart clearing meditation, and the other one is a grounding. I stand for who I am, and it's a ritual that we do on a regular basis. I do it every single day, and it makes my life so incredibly spectacular. And Tony said you're spot on, and yes, I've found somewhere comfortable now, thank you. Okay. Let me just go up, make sure I've got everyone. Dare's saying, love what you've done to the background with the drums and crystal. I actually got told to move all of that tonight, Adair. I'm still trying to work out what to do with all my Indigenous paintings, and that geode was actually next to me, and I got told to move it tonight. And the reason that I think I'll leave it there because it is spectacular and it makes a difference. But what happened was, if you can actually see, it's no use putting my mouse to it because you're not going to be able to see it. There's actually a little, see there, that's a beautiful orb energy of Dad for our lovely, oh my God, I've got it. It is Natalie, isn't it? Nicole, no. I've got it. Yeah, it is. It's Nicole. And so Dad's actually just sitting here hanging with me and feeling the vibrations. Nothing like, was it that movie? There's something about Mary, like, you know, my life is never boring. There's always something, but it's nice to have guests in the house. Like it, you know, that side of the room still needs all the paintings to come up, but very interesting. Okay. What it is see if that works. It's taking forever. There we go. All right, the links are taking forever. I don't know what's going on. Okay. And Kim is actually saying, wow, that's a great idea. It does. It makes a massive difference. Like, you know, just reminding ourselves on a regular basis. Kim, one of the things as well, which will help you and Tony, is, you know, because until we actually get into the habit, sometimes our grounding can start getting a little bit on shaky grounds, or it only lasts for a small amount of time. So this is actually Spirit talking to both of you here. Okay. And it set alarms also, like, and just go to the ladies' loo. I you know, when if I need to do something for myself, because obviously I'm on 24/7 with Great Spirit, and if I actually need to do something, or they've actually called me and I need to go and get something sorted, I'll actually go to the disabled and just close the door and do what's actually necessary. You could do that as well on your breaks. Just go in, get yourself grounded, hold your space, and eventually once you you'll be able to do a grounding exercise on a regular basis and just do it first thing in the morning and pretty much last thing at night. Both you, it's really important to make sure that it doesn't like matter whether you have, you know, your ablution shower in the morning or at night. But I always shower properly in the morning, but I have a 2-minute shower every single night when I actually come home. All right. And it doesn't matter whether you work or, you know, just going out to the supermarket, etc., because we are magnets to different types of energies. And I've noticed that there's quite been, not so much tonight with the group that we've got tonight, but there's quite a few people that are actually bringing in lots of friends that are unwanted, that have been attached to your auras and your beings, and you don't want that. So we need to make sure that you keep yourself clear and safe. Okay. Yeah. Honopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Yeah. And that is another modality that is available there. So and you know, lots of affirmations can make a massive difference. Okay, and Tony's saying so true. Okay, I can't believe that it's 45 minutes or 50 minutes. No, it's not, 45. Now, spot on. Now, is there anything else that anyone wants to talk to me about? I just keep getting that someone wants to talk about their nutrition. Yeah, there's just something that's not quite right. I don't know whether someone needs to have a bit of a detox. Okay. Kim is actually working from home at the moment, so I'll get onto that, just setting up a space to read my cards, etc. Okay, beautiful. You know, it doesn't matter whether you work from home or not, the energies actually come through. So even the same thing for myself, Kim, like, because I have one-on-ones here in my home, I do Zoom and, you know, Messenger, you know, whatever is required for my clients, even going to their home, etc. I still clear the space, all right? And it's really important. And even when I was working from home, from my previous employment, when everyone got sent home with that we won't even talk about, because, like, you know, you've got a number of different things. Like, you've got the energies of, you know, the environment. It also will affect emotions as well. So that's another vibration that actually can be very different and unique. And people aren't aware of the health and the well-being of our mindset when we're actually working from home. And that's another different type of an energy aspect. I'm getting quite a metallic taste in my mouth at the moment, Kim. So something's actually, can you get yourself, you can do, your house does need saging, but also can you get some Himalayan salt and some rosemary, and make sure that everything, like, you know, just starts sucking in some of that energy. Spirit's actually also just told me that I have that there's someone that's putting their crystals out for a full moon, but they're not getting them before sunrise. So you're actually negating what the crystals are doing. All right. You've got to get up and pick your crystals up before sunrise. There's two energies. You've got the moon and you've got the sun. And if you actually put the two together, you've just basically, you know, like, you've got alkaline acid. You're doing the same thing. You're not actually creating any, or, you know, recharging your crystals the way that you think you're doing it. Okay. Now, what I did forget to do is about the saging. You thought I didn't love you anymore, did you? All right. It really is feeling so much better. I think one of the things that you need to do as well is just, I didn't mean to put the fear in you when I said it's important to make sure that you actually start saging and clearing the space. So sometimes just be really careful, sweetheart, that when you're actually doing the saging, that you actually ground yourself, hold your space, clear your space, and then actually do it. All right. I think what we might do on I Stand for Who I Am, we might do a couple of private session on different grounding techniques and what we can actually do to actually hold the space in our home. I think that would be really, really important as well. But it is feeling better, but I think it's really important to make sure that, you know, you're still having those little panic attacks at the moment, right? So we need to actually don't allow that energy to actually reflect and, you know, permit other things to actually start coming in, if that makes sense. Okay. Aha. All right. Kim's saying, yes, my gut is off. Gee, I've learnt so much tonight. I have a salt land going all day at the moment. Can you get another one for your bedroom suite? Think you need it. All right. Double whammy here. Vanessa has started a new job, but her back is killing her. That's tension. All right. Okay. Tony, I did see that message. I am about to go because it's been an hour and I have done a reading for you already. I hope you don't mind. It's just obviously because this is like an introductory. If you want to have a full one, I am happy to do that for you as well. As I said, I do Zoom and Messenger and even like the Facebook Live. I can do it via those modalities. I also have one-on-ones. I know that you're in New Zealand, but, you know, I do, as I said, I'm a shamanic healer. I'm a psychic medium. I do house clearings, land clearings, and there's a number of different variables. Okay. I will also see if Adair's still on, or myself, try and find you and see if we can actually like you and then introduce the page. I'll try and do that as much quickly as possible. Okay. Shy likes that idea. That's perfect. Excellent. Okay. All right. Everyone's coming in late. Hey, Tiffany, come in next week, and hopefully I'll be here from about between 7 and 7:30. I usually come in. So welcome to the family of Mary Kathleen Waters. And I'm so grateful that you've actually popped in. It's just unfortunate you're right at the end of the show, and Tony does understand. Mayor, I thought of you today. I hope everything's going well. Okay. Okay. Kim, if you do need to make an appointment with me, I would love to actually work with you. It would be a huge honor. I'll just put my number up. You can give me a text message, or you can message me as well via Facebook. There's so much there, and leaky gut is something that I'm getting. So we can have a talk about all of that and lots of different things. It's really interesting. Like, you know, I just thought that this was just going to be a suck and see night, but like spirit really brings it in, even though that I thought that I hadn't channeled anything. It really we had. So it was just amazing. And Kim is saying, thank you. So glad I stumbled upon you tonight. It was actually a massive honour to have met you as well. It's great. Oh, Di, you're just at the end of it, sweetheart. Oh, Sue's got so much to tell you. So when we disconnect tonight, give her a buzz, because that was just a blow-away session with Sue tonight. So now what I will let everyone know is I've started writing a couple of workshops that will happen, and I'm very mindful that I have international community as well as local and Australian. So there's a couple of little things that I'll be doing. And so there will be a workshop where it will be face-to-face, and it's going to be like a healing workshop. And myself and Lisa, or her Aka is Doogie, that's on here tonight, we're actually collaborating together. She is an amazing woman who does a different type of healing. So, and, you know, her methodology, and I think together we'll actually make things quite spectacular. And we're going to mix quite a lot of it up. It will be based focused on the beginner end to start off with, beginner to middle, but everybody is welcome. It's just like so that we can actually assist people to get their practices together and, you know, really start looking at, you know, doing almost like a massive cleansing so that we can actually work through it, and it will be an involvement as well. So it's in its infancy at the moment, but that's one of the things that we'll be doing. I'm also working on another workshop myself, and that will also be on, you know, some different trainings on chakras and auras. So that's going to be lots of fun as well. So there's lots of things that are actually coming in the pipeline. So don't forget that. Oh, there you go. Emily's interested. Nat. Saying that it sounds amazing. So there's lots there. So we need to make sure that we're flexible with everybody. I'm not going to, you know, just because you don't live in Adelaide that you can't actually be part of the community. But some of the workshops will need to be just in-house because of the diversity and what the intention is that's going to happen with that. And then I'm thinking like Spirit's actually saying we might be able to do a modified version of it via Zoom and make that workshop happen in that way as well. Yes, we will be doing some online, Tony. So we're just putting it together. My background, besides being a shamanic healer, is also management and a qualified coach and facilitator or trainer. So I'm the sort of person that likes to actually put everything together and have it ready and then make sure that it's all right, and then we'll do the advertising. I'm not one of these people that actually go by the left hip when it comes to something like that, because it is so important. And that's the sort of thing as well, is like, you know, the preparation is the key. We've got to get you out of that bloody thing. Like, isn't that crazy? I love Sydney and it's just amazing. And, you know, I hope, you know, you're doing okay as well. And I think that's one of the reasons I just got this massive headache. Like, really be mindful of yourself, Kim, and make sure that you're really nurturing yourself. And she's staying with my dad this week, goes home tomorrow. Oh. Wow. Oh, well, there you go. You can have that tea party tomorrow. All right. And Shai's saying that it's interesting. Nat's saying it's amazing. Emily's there. Tony saying perfect. So we'll get Kim get you online, hopefully, Kim, and then when these lockdowns and the fear management get taken away, we'll be able to get you down to Adelaide and have some time, get you running through the horse fields with me. Now, that's it from me. It's Mary Kathleen Waters. Thank you once again for joining, being part of this community. Without you, it wouldn't actually work. You keep well, keep safe, all right? Just remember that you are who you are and you can be the best that you can be. As Ros Boundy says, is be the best that you can be. So I don't know why that came out of my mouth. Obviously, I listen and watch all of her shows on a regular basis as well. And good night to you, sweetheart. You take care, and I love you all. Bye for now.